This is a demonstration on how to sew the snap. They are sewn between pieces 3 and 5 on your sampler. Snaps have two parts: a socket with a hollow indentation and a ball. Always test out your snaps before sewing them to a garment. This ensures that they are a working pair. Snaps come in different sizes and colors depending on the needs of your project, from silver to black to even clear plastic. Snaps are hardware that fall under the classification of closures. They get pulled on a lot, so you have to sew them on very securely, sewing through to the opposite side using that small pin prick stitch. Your pattern will indicate where your snap should be sewn. Mark it as desired. Use a double strand of thread, knotted and waxed. To start, take a stitch in place in the center of that dot, trying only to go through the top layer. Now grab the snap size you are using. In this video, I am going to demonstrate with the socket. This snap part is a little tricky because when it's upside down, it could look like the ball. But it will have these little tubey lines on it, and so you know it is the socket and not the ball. The technique for sewing on both sides is the same. To attach the snap, come up through the reverse side. This part's a little tricky because the snap's a little squirrely when you first start out and it doesn't want to stay where you put it. I usually hold the snap between my thumb and my index finger with my left hand, and I do my stitching with my right hand. Center the snap on your pencil line. You're going to want to take about 3 to 4 stitches per hole depending on the size. That small one maybe gets 2 or 3 stitches per hole, and our large snaps, which we call whopper poppers, get maybe 4 to 5. To secure the snap, hold in place while you push the needle through to the reverse side. Double check it's still secure and take a pinprick stitch back to the face, going through the other side of the hole. Repeat this motion, moving along until you have completed about 3 or 4 stitches. When it is time to move to the next section, tunnel through the seam allowance layers to the next hole. This will hide that longer stitch. Pass your needle up through the inside of the hole and repeat the process. By the time you are at the last hole, the snap is very secure and the process is much faster. Now that you are done sewing through all of the holes, it is time to knot your thread. Take a stitch in place, leaving the loop, and pass your needle through it to make the knot. Repeat if needed. For a clean finish, hide that thread tail between your seam allowance layers, pull, and snip close. This method will ensure a well sewn on snap. Test out any closure to make sure it works. Then you are finished.